Tire forward and spit like a typhoon to the rain. Live in the streets where the money's hunted by drainages. If it's aimless, ain't a single thing that can change it, I'm changing it. Get your dollar straight and circulate, then gang with it. Aim for your partner pocket and pop, that's dangerous. If you ain't with it, you throwing off the vibe, and I don't got time for that. It's all about the vibe, all that I got time for. I got the booze, stuck with me. Don't come through with bad energy. You ain't with the vibe, don't waste my time.
Just north of the Delaware Expressway and east of Broad Street, we find ourselves at Lincoln Financial Field in South Philly. Today, Week 12 of the NFL season is upon us, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Buffalo Bills taking on the defending NFC champs, the Philadelphia Eagles. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
At their own 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they'll run the option to start the drive. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down. You look at this Eagle defense. They were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
First run now for Kyron Williams. And he is going to lose yardage here. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Well, this defense for the Eagles, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
On 3rd down, it's Willis. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed. The Eagles at 500, sitting at 5-5. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
They'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Mayfield now on 2nd down. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
They go play action. Mayfield finds his rookie tight end, Dalton Kincaid. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 30 yards there. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. Steps away to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Point it right, point it right, point it right.
On 2nd down, Mayfield again. He'll drop this off to Pacheco. Sharp there with his feet, gets him a little extra space, and then drop just inside the 20. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. What seems pretty clear on this opening drive that they want to get him involved, not only, Charles, in the run game, but in the pass game as well, and he can be such a weapon for them when they utilize him this way.
And, partner, you know I'm a veteran, right? In other words, that means a little bit older. Back in my day, we used to call it
over the middle, and there's a diving catch. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down.
Big time drive, let's go, let's go.
They'll run here with Pacheco. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Isaiah Pacheco with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From his end zone, here's Darius Davis. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Now he's loose at the 40. Sheds off the tackle. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. His 8th rushing touchdown and 9th overall on the year. And the Bills are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Brandon, you and I have called a lot of college football in our day, but on Sundays here in the NFL, doesn't it look a lot like what we used to see on Saturdays when we called those games?
Yeah, option plays just like we saw. That was a long touchdown on the option. What you taught me, though, defensively, you get your eyes in the wrong place on a play like that, you're in trouble.
What's the term that's in vogue in the NFL? Eye violations. The offense wants you to put your eyes in the wrong spot. so that they can appear in others.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They are back to 500 on the year, got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have those hopes, 500 is not where you want to be at this point of the year. Now, we know they've battled through some rough patches this season, so it now comes down to how they're going to finish. Not out of it, can't afford any more missteps, though.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
On first and 10, here's Pacheco. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. But you look at this defense. Now, they've been dreadful against the run. No getting around at number 32, dead last in the NFL.
They have tried all season long to fix all the things that they need to in the running game.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Max Crosby in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 3rd down and 13.
Run, run, run.
To throw, Mayfield. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 39-yard line.
At the 39-yard line.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Pacheco gets it up the gut, and nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Bills' 37-yard line.
Mayfield looks to throw. That's caught by Kincaid, working the middle of the field. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 22-yard line. These two teams all tied after 1. Mayfield on first down. And this is going to be intercepted. Julian Love picks it. And the Bills are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend, but you think it's vitally important, Charles, that they focus on the task at hand here.
Absolutely, because these players, they know what's coming up, and the difference between taking time off following a win versus doing so on a 3-game losing streak, that's absolutely huge, because they may come back if they lose this game to a facility, and there may be new faces in there and some teammates lost.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Buying time to his left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
79 Broncos. 60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats.
Willis to throw on second. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. A yard all they need, but it's third down. The shotgun snap to Willis. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on third and a yard. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Pickett back to throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Second and 10. Looking to throw, Pickett. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on the third. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction.
At their own 11-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
2nd and 6 at the 24-yard line.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. And this one too low.
That was actually throwing game 101 right there. You challenge double coverage like that, you're liable to get burned. Fortunate, that was just incomplete.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Run. King.
Mayfield. And he is caught. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they've certainly gotten him involved in this first half, and on 3rd down, they looked his way again. And what a delight for his quarterback to find him and keep the drive moving.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Mayfield now. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
From the 38 now, here's a 2nd and 5. A give right side for Pacheco. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
This offense so far on third down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down with ease as they'll wind up getting 9 there on 4th and 5.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
Regular.
And again, it's Mayfield. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Max Crosby able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And another long drive from the offense, but the defense is denying them the end zone. Nothing to show for the last drive offensively. They can't come away empty-handed again.
Point it right.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Deep to return is Darius Davis. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is...
Look at lost it. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead. And it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. Throwing on 2nd and long. Pickett. And this one will be taken out. They'll spot it right at the 7. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. On 3rd down, they're going to go with the option. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Final play of the half, Mayfield. That one too wide and incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
They'll throw now on the final play. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And he's going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Now Mayfield. Throw left side to Kincaid. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
And the Eagles first down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
That's caught left side by Hardman. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it's second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Mayfield now on second down. Got an open man, it's Scott. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Throwing, Mayfield. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively. And it's second down.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Isaiah Pacheco. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
At the 25-yard line.
Play action. Willis. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Willis from the gun on third down. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Now before they run this fourth down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 23 yards the pickup there. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Pacheco gets it again on second down. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 58 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Again, it's Pacheco. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple, down to the 15-yard line.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Regular. Point it right.
On third down, Mayfield. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
McPherson's kick is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that could all change, because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. And nowhere to run for Willis. He goes down. Micah Parsons able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And you get the feeling, Charles, yeah, he's got the 2 sacks now, but he may get more here. We've still got a quarter and then some to go.
And the way that he is playing this game, it reminds me of one of the best golfers in the world who can use every club in the bag and make a great shot. That's what he's doing with his pass rush moves right now, showing a little bit of everything. They have no way of stopping him.
He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Back to throw, Willis. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for a sack. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Just a gain of a couple there, and that'll make it 2nd down. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert! Watch, watch.
2nd down, Mayfield. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points. But he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Mayfield looks to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
McPherson's kick is good. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. It's a foot race. And he'll be out of bounds just 3 yards shy of the end zone.
It's the 3rd quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
19-18. Panther 11. Panther 11. 19 tight. 19 tight.
They go play action with Willis. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards there on the play as that'll lead to a 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. It's a pickup of 6, and that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4. The ball mere inches from the white line on 3rd and goal. Back to throw, Pickett. That one behind his receiver and incomplete. So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bill Bills touchdown. Kyron Williams with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bills have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. This one is stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Second and a couple. From the gun, Mayfield. And he will find Scott on the right side complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 45-yard line. They run it with Pacheco from the gun. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Hustling through to break that play up, Max Crosby. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. To throw, Mayfield. They'll check this one down to Pacheco. So no gain on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Pistol, pistol, pistol. Kings. Hey, alert 33.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. This to the tight end, Kincaid. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Going with their tight end on 4th. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they get 4 there on 4th and inches. It's a gain of 4 that time. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st down. 4th and inches in plus territory. That seemed like a prime spot to go for it.
It certainly did, and there's so many things that go into it. Are you too far away for a field goal, but not far away to punt it?
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Hey, alert 33.
A big loss on the play.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mayfield. At the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Darnell Mooney, 44 yards. And the Eagles are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Point it right.
Mayfield going to try to throw for the 2. That's caught at the 1.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Willis. Screen play set up for Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And they're going to speed things up here. Play action. Here's Willis. Looking deep here for Chase. And this is taken in at the 5. A big play here for Buffalo. 57 yards.
That's how you put field position. What a play right there. That nearly went the distance. Credit this defense for not giving up. They get him down just short of the goal line, but the damage is done. It's going to be 1st and goal from an ideal position.
Williams will take this over the line. Touchdown, Buffalo. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going.
And he'll be out of bounds well short of the goal line, so the attempt at the fake extra point unsuccessful. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Pacheco headed right. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
At the 41-yard line.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
Real.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Across the formation, Hardman gets a completion. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 42.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
The throw over the middle, taken in. Touchdown! Nico Hardman, 40 yards. And the Eagles will add to their 4th quarter lead. Now that Eagle offense will stay out there as he'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Now this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Now Willis. They'll roll him out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Once he got out of the pocket, you thought that maybe he'd take off with it, especially here in the 2-minute drill. Sometimes defenses are focused so much downfield that there's room to run, but this time he decided to throw it unsuccessfully.
18 Cardinal, let's go.
Here's Willis. Able to find Ertz, and he's going to be taken down right there at the 27-yard line. 2 timeouts remaining, but time is of the essence. Down 2 scores. It's 1st and 10. Willis to throw. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. One final try for Willis. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Eagles, they move back over 500 now at 6-5. And they'll get another home date next week as the 49ers will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Bills, it's another week with more questions than answers as they fall to 3-9. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.